Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gaming with me, Tony Mo, and happy weekend to you guys. Happy Saturday. We're gonna play some No Man's Sky. We're gonna do a bit of a bonus video. I haven't done a Saturday video in a while. I finally had the free time. I don't have to work because I'm still on vacation. I got a bunch of stuff with my car done yesterday. I'm feeling really like I'm optimizing my life. So I had the time to do a video, so we're gonna play some No Man's Sky over on PC. The game's running, it's alright for me. They haven't really pushed a patch yet since the 2 patches they pushed yesterday, so no big improvements for anyone just yet. But I figured we'd do some Let's Play Adventurers Inc. style stuff, because this game is without a doubt, it's like it was built for the fine members of Adventurers Inc. And keep an ear out, because I may throw out a few more rules from the Adventurers Inc. guidebook along the way. To be honest, I'm completely lost track of what number we're on. So, as I've always done, I'm going to make it up as I go along, and one day that book will be finished. And as I said, I really would like to actually write that book. That would be a fun little book that would just be a culmination of all these different tips and elements of what it's like to, or how to be the best adventurer across all these different games. I feel like that'd be so wicked cool. So anyways, let me, I'm trying to scan some of the wildlife out here. Look at these little ones over here. I feel like this is something that you would see like a rich woman in Hollywood carrying around in her purse. You know? I mean, it's basically a Chihuahua, you know? It totally fits the vibe. Interestingly enough, unlike the Chihuahua, this comes from a very cold planet, so it would probably be alright in, you know, in every other country. You ever notice that about Chihuahuas? Like, every time you see a Chihuahua, it's freezing to death. And I always say in my head when I see somebody who has a Chihuahua up here on the East Coast, I'm like, it's because they belong down south. they don't come from here, man. They don't like the cold. Anyways, let's get back to actually playing some No Man's Sky. So let's see, we got a multi-tool upgrade potentially here. I don't know if I want to drop the cash on this. I'm feeling like we're pretty set with our current multi-tool, but we would get 3 additional slots. This thing has a combat amplifier. It's already got a beam intensifier at 3, actually. So this is going to be hard to pass up. Let's do it. I actually managed to have a few starting planets that were like chock full of gold and aluminum and nickel, so I made a bunch of money off of that. But we need to go ahead and install an analysis visor, so we're gonna have to go ahead and get some iron. But before we do that, let's actually sell some of our goodies. I think I've got a couple more charms and some Geknip that we can get rid of. We'll say goodbye to the Geknip in the Viking effigy. In case you guys haven't realized, the spoilers are off. This is it. We're going full bore here now. From here on out, when you watch No Man's Sky, you know, nothing will be hidden. I imagine at this point, everybody's kind of reached the point where they understand the smaller elements of the game, you know, like the shipwrecks and things like this, so I'm okay. I'm okay with doing that. I know a lot of you guys are either playing the game or have been playing it on PS4, so... Oh, I should probably talk to this Viking warrior. I haven't talked to him yet. Ensign Yin, or Yeh. Yeah. I'm not even gonna try. Don't ask me to. I know a couple words. He's gonna give me a blueprint. Let's see. The creature awaiting me has the manner of a warrior, but makes no move to attack. Instead it grunts in a tongue I do not speak, then passes me a slate. With a start I realize that I can understand the text on it. In disbelief, I try to catch the creature's eye, but it has already turned away in disinterest. I suspect it is a mere courier, not the author of this message. The slate also contains a blueprint for a new technology, a hyperdrive. Oh! We're going to go ahead and not take that, guys, because I already have a hyperdrive on my ship because of the pre-order. So, in doing so, I think if I take the blueprint I'd be alright, but I don't want to craft it because I've heard rumors of a bug that can really mess things up, so... How about we just be on our way? So the planet we're on is known as Azotic Novomi. I actually kind of like the name of that. You can see we've got some creature discoveries that we've made here. They're all very strange looking. And usually creatures within a planet seem to share some of the similar designs. You know, they exist on the planet because of similar reasons. So they're all 4-legged in this case. They all have a similar body design in some ways. You know, in terms of the shape and the way their body is angled. But, you know, obviously some slight differences. These ones seem to have poison bubbles on them. Ugh, terrible. Okay, so, I actually want to look at the planet. So, snowfall, average sentinels, flora is barren, and fauna is fair. So, it's a frozen planet. I mean, what do you expect? Simply, that's all it is. We're actually going to head out of system, as much as I'd like to continue to explore this slightly frozen planet. You can see that the water is not frozen, so it's not that cold here. Because there are a couple other planets in this system that I have not checked out yet, so... I kind of like to go into a system, and before I get really comfortable with one planet, I'll hit up like all the planets, kind of see which one has the most interesting terrain, and we're going upside down. And kind of make my way after that and decide which planet I really would like to explore. So we just came from there. We might actually have to go around this planet, if I remember correctly. No, okay, there we go. So we have the moon of said planet. I guess we can check that out. Oyeongeg 6 Yora. That's totally how you say that. That's absolutely 150% how you say that. I've realized that I've become, I think I've slightly came across with a bit of a Russian accent there. I've become really enamored with the Russian language just because of the way that it sounds when it's spoken. You know, when we talk about certain language sounding beautiful, there's something really, to me, intriguing and exciting about the Russian language, which I think is why Escape from Tarkov has me so, you know, absolutely, like, hooked. Because they do that wonderful trailers that they've had with the Russian Russian voiceovers, in-game character stuff, and I'm just like, wow, yeah. Well, this reminds me of Shivering Isles, almost. Let's go ahead and land over here. I think we got a drop pod here. Look at these giant, like, crazy square structures out in the distance. Very interesting colors on everything. And their iron deposits are almost blue. They almost look like mini Heridium deposits. One of the things you guys might have noticed, I wanted to point out, actually, when I was coming into this system. If you come into the system carrying a lot of speed and you bank it just right without getting on your throttle, you can actually carry momentum across the surface, which is faster than your thrusters. It's faster than your regular and your boost thruster. So if you're looking to bank into the planet and really cover a lot of ground, it's something I strongly recommend doing. If you can pull it off, of course. If you can pull off that incredibly difficult maneuver. Alright, let's grab some of the goodies out of here. We'll get some more valuables to sell. Some power canisters, and we got like a little place to explore, plus another drop pod over here. Not really a drop pod, but another damaged piece of machinery, I should say. They look like drop pods. Make our way inside. Probably more technology, so we got a bolt caster Clip Sigma. And hopefully some left behind. Okay, we got shields. Sometimes you get credits from those, sometimes you get health, sometimes you get shields. It's like whatever somebody seems to leave behind. Look at this formation. Let's get to the top of this. This is pretty freaking sweet, man. I'm about this. This has got some crazy, like, rock formations on. I'm loving this planet. Let's grab that platinum while we're here. Could always use those silicates. I'm assuming this is more iron? Yeah, unfortunately. This is a pretty cool planet. I'm loving these formations of rock. Look at that. It's like this perfect, you know, like cut between the actual layer and then this crazy, like, square just rock tomb sticking out of the ground. That's one of the hardest things about this game, right, is I think you could play it and you could be within one system or even a galaxy, you know, for like 3 hours, and you won't see a certain type of planet, you know? You really have to be willing to go from planet to planet. What are you doing up here? Hey, hold on, buddy. Hold on. Come here. I'm just gonna feed you. Look at... You are frickin' creepy, man. Only a mother could love you, I am afraid. And you guys are just like mountain goats. They're the mountain goats of this planet. You know what we never did? I'm just realizing now as I'm going to try and scan that, guys. We never crafted our... And we don't have enough iron, so let's quickly harvest some iron from up here. We only need like 6 pieces, so you won't even go crazy, because I'm not looking to stack on iron right now. There we go. Let's go ahead and scan these crazy, creepy dudes. Is this actually a different guy? Okay, no, it's the same guy. So this is the Lefetauto Zaskulo. I see it. I can see it perfectly. That name just, it fits you so well, my friend. So as I was saying, you know, you can really explore a lot of the planets before you get to, like, you know, see one type of planet. Like, I've seen people say, I haven't seen any barren planets, and I'm like, well, I've seen like 20 barren planets, so, you know. I think it's one of the downsides of having such a ridiculously large universe. You know, I think a lot of people, actually I haven't seen a lot of people saying this. A few of the people that I've talked to, you know, we kind of in more discussions, like, it's super cool how many there are, you know, and I think it's cool they went for that feat. That was a big deal for them, obviously. That was their personal endeavor. But if we would have had, like, 50,000 planets even, you know, I feel like you'd still have that like lack of people, you know, being in the same area and whatnot, and there would, I think, still be the potential to see a lot of unique stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I feel just like you'd probably have a better chance of getting more diversity, actually, because, you know, there's just less scale. It's more dense, you know? You having these 18 quintillion planets means that you can play the game for 10 hours before you find a planet that looks tropical. I mean, I know it took me that long. I've only run into 2 tropical planets thus far. I've seen a lot of barren, a lot of poisonous gas planets, a lot of overheated planets, only 1 radioactive planet. And, you know, I mean, that's just, it kind of goes to show you the scale of things. Which, again, you know, that's a negative for some and a positive for others. Are those like those are totally the pod... Oh, no, I've never... Those look cool, man. I want one of those. Those are kind of like the ship that I had on the PlayStation 4, that, like, weird pod ship. But they were, like, triangular. Okay, anyways, let's get off this rock. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting caught up here. That's actually rule number 57 of the Adventurers Inc. guidebook is... you never pass up an amazing vista, and that was definitely an amazing vista. You know, a game had a really cool concept with vistas was Guild Wars 2. I really liked Guild Wars 2. I think that's the MMO I played most outside of World of Warcraft. I got really into that game. Let's go ahead and pop another save while we're here, just in case, and get up on out into the skies. So I think we'll check this planet, or like, I should say this is a moon, actually. Ooh, what's that? Hold on a second, guys. We got a valuable resource I can't pass up here. That's either going to be gold, or aluminum, or titanium. Titanium is more of a, I don't want to call it end game, but like towards the end of your leveling up sequence. Like once you start to get a lot of really good gear, titanium starts to be really valuable for some of the higher level upgrades for your equipment. It looks like we got maybe some nickel out there. This is a pretty resource heavy planet. I'm gonna hope that at this point, if you're watching these videos that I'm doing for No Man's Sky, that you're into No Man's Sky. Because it seems like there are a lot of people who, you know, are showing up in No Man's Sky videos, just be like, this game's garbage. And I'm like, you know, why are you gonna waste your time, man? Why are you here? Like, go play something you enjoy then. It's cool. I'll be playing other stuff on the channel, you know, the No Man's Sky isn't the end all to be all. Look at this little guy! Oh my god, dude, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. What? Come here, buddy. Hey, it's okay, man. I just want to hook you up with some food. Oh, we need more iron. Okay, quick, let's get some iron. He's like this crazy little insect. I've never seen a cute insect in my entire life, except maybe the praying mantis. He's on board with that list, though. He's right. Come back here, pal. You want to be the mascot for Adventurers Inc. No Man's Sky Edition? Look at this little dude. Oh my god, I'm loving it. That is so cool. That's probably the most unique creature that I've seen in the game thus far. I just love the way he runs, like, his body design. It looks like he could be a mount in an MMO. Like, just the way his stance is. He could sit right on the back of his little shell there. So he might actually discover something for us. In case you guys aren't aware of why it's useful to feed these guys, is they'll dig up valuable resources like silicates for you, or sometimes they'll poop them out. You know, however they're feeling, I guess. Maybe they want to do some exploring, maybe they just ate a big meal and they really gotta poop. But it does take a little bit, so you kind of got to hang around. I mean, you can feed, like, you know, 10 or 15 of them if they were in the area. He's so cautiously, like, stalkerish. I mean, he is anxious, his temperament, so... And he is a prime gender. There's a lot of interesting genders in this game. I have no idea what they mean. I'm assuming they're made up to some degree. Let's scan some goodies while we're out here. That looks like a... It's like if lettuce and a human ear became one. This planet has some really interesting color combinations. And look at these, they're actually flowing. Whoa. What? They're like, it's sitting on orbs. This is so cool. I'm so into these. They're like meshed together here, unfortunately. But it's still cool. Look at this one, it's even bigger. Oh, that's so cool. See, this is what I talk about when I talk about that variety. I know a lot of you guys who are really into the game have seen it. You have to put in a lot of time to see it. But when you get to some of the planets, man, it's one of those games, right? You know, it's funny, Destin Leggieri, if you don't know if you guys follow him on Twitter, he's, you know, of course, of IGN. I really like the dude. He's really big into sci-fi games, and he's just somebody who I enjoy listening to on, you know, the podcasts that they do for Destiny and whatnot. You know, he's a really big sci-fi guy, and he made a good point. He was like, I just want people to be as excited and into No Man's Sky as I am, because how much of you enjoy it, you know? It's not a matter of like, I want you to like this game because I think it's amazing, and if you tell me otherwise, you're wrong. No, if you dislike it, that's fine, you know? It doesn't have to be for you. You don't have to like what the game has to offer. But I hate, you know, it's more of a personal hatred of like, damn, I just wish more people could be into this because this is so cool to me. I wish more people could, you know, appreciate it the way I do. Obviously, the world doesn't work that way. Not everyone's gonna like what you like, but I think it's just common nature if you're a good-hearted person to want people to see the enjoyment in more things in life. You know, it's not a matter of I just want them to like what I like. It's a matter of like, man, if only more people could appreciate this, it would widen, you know, what they could appreciate. What the hell? Look at these little guys. What is going on in this planet? My buddy sent me a video of something similar. Basically, what was a plant life that was also alive. Look at them. There's a moving rock over here. Look at this little blue rock. Come here, buddy. I'm trying to scan you. Can I feed them all? Can I have like a pet family? What are they? I bet you they all eat iron. Yep, I don't have enough iron. I'm probably gonna kill like his grandfather who turned into a rock just to feed him here. Alright, let's get some iron. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Pissed off the sentinels. Oh, I never equipped a bolt caster to this, but we'll be alright. Unfortunately, the sentinels aren't much of a threat, and I gotta be honest, as someone who's pretty into FPS games, I would like to actually have to deal with them more GTA style, but it is what it is, I suppose. Let's stop messing around with animals. You guys are like, Tony just made a video where he just gawked over creatures in No Man's Sky, but I guess that's kind of the point of No Man's Sky, right? And I know not all of you guys are super into long plays. There's a couple big things I've noticed while doing the channel over the past couple months, you know, and it's like, obviously, the like 7 to 10 minute videos and less than that do pretty well in terms of view count. And the longer videos tend to do a little bit less, even in likes, because I feel like less people click on them, less people are really interested in the long videos, but that's why I mix it up, you know? You don't have to have every video be short, not every video has to be long. We got a nice bit of variety. You guys can come here, watch what you like, and don't watch what you don't like. It's the wonders of selective viewing. And unlike cable, you didn't have to pay for it all in one ridiculous package. Let's get some plutonium on there. I really do need more plutonium, so we should probably have harvested that. But let's just say forget about it, and let's check out one more planet, shall we? I believe we have one more planet in this system that I've yet to explore. So we will see what it has to offer. That is where we came from, if I remember correctly. So what else do we have in this system here? Let's trying to find these planets on our radar. Okay, there seems to be another one beyond that. We got this one over here. Have I gone there? Oh, wow, we actually got a couple over here. These planets are... I'm trying to remember which one we came from here. So that's definitely the ice planet off to the right there. I think this was the moon of said planet. So we got another planet and another moon, it looks like, if I'm remembering what this system had to offer correctly. So let's go ahead and hit up the pulse drive and make our way that way. Listen to, like, it sounds like a... like one of those, you know, musical, like, jewel boxes or something that you'd open up, or the little musical pianos. Okay, so that's the planet that I named after myself because I'm a goof. There's the planet beyond that, so we need to go to Nenurtursife. Yep, that's totally what it's called. Alright, let's make our way there. Let's go, go, go! We got about 1:50. Looks like we got some life signs detected in the area. Yeah, I've been... I like No Man's Sky. I'm gonna stop trying to reason with, you know, my personal experience with the game. It's just been wonderful. I really hope that they can get the game up to better shape on PC. Interestingly enough, despite the insane amount, we know a lot of you guys are questioning why I said it was a PC port disaster, worse than Arkham Knight, because Arkham Knight didn't even have like 10, 12,000 negative reviews all connected to performance. It's definitely worse than that, unfortunately. But the number of positive reviews has actually surpassed the negative reviews. Whether those are people just putting positive reviews because they feel like they have to, or those are honest, I don't know. all that matters at the end of the day is that if you're enjoying the game, then you're enjoying the game, you know? It's all about finding personal satisfaction in life. You know, what do you love? Play what you love. Don't play what you don't love. It's as simple as that. I've been thinking a lot about what else is coming out this month. Some of you guys over on Twitter hooked up with me, and you know, it looks like a lot of people excited for Deus Ex. I'm pretty stoked about that game, actually. It's one of those games, like, when they announced it, I was like, whatever. It looked at just so much like the first game, but I know they're building a lot of nuances into it to make it feel like a completely, you know, refreshed experience. They're going further with how you handle dialogue and combat. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm literally looking forward to that game now. I kind of let it float off my radar, and I ended up, you know, kind of feeling more stoked for it. There's also a really awesome trailer with Adam Jensen. It's like 6 minutes long, actually, and it just kind of talks about, you know, what happened. He found out there's all these crazy augmentations that were actually built into his body that he wasn't aware of. It's looking pretty freaking epic, and I'm really excited for that one. Especially considering the insane amount of replayability that Deus Ex games have. When Human Revolution came out, I played through it like 4 times in like 2 weekends. I don't think I was doing YouTube as heavily at that point in time. Those are games, though, that I always struggle. It's kind of like, you know, what type of content do I want to make for that game? You know, you don't really, I'm not a Let's Player, so I'm not going to sit there and Let's Play the whole thing. It's difficult, you know, right? So I pretty much just end up doing impressions for the game. Maybe we'll stream it as well. Alright, making our way into what seems like a very rocky planet, but you can never really tell until you get down there. That might actually be, like, foliage. So let's do a little bit of what I was saying. We're going to try and carry speed into the atmosphere as we break through. And we should be able to use the momentum to really fly over this planet. See what I'm saying? If you don't touch anything, you're going to carry the momentum for a ridiculously large amount of time. We got Heridium on here. This looks like an ore-rich planet. Oh, big chasm over here. Well, you can just bang through here for days. Let's go ahead and land over here. So it is nighttime currently. Looks like we got an outpost in the distance. Looks like some Heridium potentially here. A lot of cave structures on this planet. And of course, we could go ahead and use a bypass key there to try and get an idea of what's in the area, but let's kind of just freeform it for now. That's a genuinely huge cave. Let's go give it an explore, shall we? Similar rock-type formations for the iron, but we do have some plutonium in here. Ooh, some gold, yes. And we just wasted a bunch of gold farming. Always make sure your inventory is open when farming for valuable resources, like plutonium. Or gold. Now that's actually gold in a relatively small quantity, which you can actually, it's kind of like cheating, but not really. You're pretty much just a master gold salesman. Some of the planets have massive gold deposits on them, and if you can fill up like 4 or 5 slots of gold, you can make easily 200,000 units, like in no time at all. Gold, you know, and nickel even sell for a reasonably high mark, regardless of where you are. More plutonium over there. We'll go grab that. I know we could use a couple chunks of it just for our thrusters. What is? Look at this. That's a big guy with armor plating on his back. He almost looks like a, what's that one dinosaur? Oh no, you know what? He doesn't. He looks like a crazy bear meets an armadillo with spikes. That's what he looks like. Let's get another scan out again. A lot of resources. I think we got some more possibly gold out to the distance, and we got a little baby guy over here too. Oh, look at this guy. It's like a porcupine and a turtle and a bear and a sloth, and he's not a happy guy. He's an angry guy. I'm gonna leave him alone. I have yet to kill a creature in my time with No Man's Sky, and I don't plan on starting it now. I'm not that type of person. So that's going to be one of those poisonous, snaky things. Let's grab the zinc. And, oh, we got a drop pod on the distance. That will be an upgrade for our suit. We're definitely going to go snag that. Let's get back to our ship and fly on over there. So, pretty, awful planet, I would say, actually. Like, I mean, it looks awful as in, like, it just looks poisonous and terrible, even though I don't believe it is actually poisonous. No, it's just dehydrated. Ample fauna, though, as we've seen. There's quite a bit of flora here and a lot of fauna as well. Sentinel nearby. Ooh, big chunk of plutonium. Let's snag on our way back to the ship. We'll recharge our thrusters. Recharge our suit when we get there. some titanium as well. And some more titanium. And we just wasted the titanium, but it's all good. Alright, I think I'll go grab that suit upgrade and we'll kinda call it there, guys. It's already turned it into like a 30-minute video, so hopefully a nice little long play for your Saturday if you got the free time to watch it. If not, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend, maybe playing some awesome games yourself, maybe enjoying some deep space exploration in No Man's Sky, whatever your thing is all about. I'm pretty sure that Sentinel just died. Oh no! Maybe the bear attacked him. The porcupine sloth bear. Oh, sorry. I don't want to kill you, porcupine sloth bear. I'm totally gonna name it that. Alright guys, I'm gonna go pick up this upgrade for my suit. You guys have a wonderful weekend. If you've been playing some No Man's Sky, feel free to share some of your wonderful, spectacular adventures. If you want to hit me up on Twitter, at TonyMo034, and share some of your favorite creatures or planets in the form of an image, feel free to do so. I've already got some people send them some stuff my way. I've got good friends of mine sending me stuff. Like, I'd love to make Twitter just an awesome place where we share some of our favorite planets and discoveries inside of the world of No Man's Sky. So once again, at TonyMo034, hit me up over there with an image. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.